Hey everyone, welcome to Oak Creek Homestead. It is another edition of our garden tours. It's been a crazy busy week. You can tell by my eyes how tired I am. We have gotten so much done in the garden. We're so excited to show you what's going on. The weather this week has been gorgeous. So I'm talking 70s every day, lots of sun, a little bit of cloud. Last night we had some really bad storms and got about an inch of rain, which was great for the garden. Tomorrow it's supposed to be about 85 with some humidity, so it's gonna be really warm. So I'm hoping all these little transplants survive, but let's take a look at what's going on in the garden. Sugar peas are doing well. This week we worked really hard to get in all of our summer seedlings that were in the greenhouse. So peppers, tomatoes are pretty much what we got in here. Again, more tomatoes, more peppers. This is where our hot peppers are going to be. So we've got so far 8 hot peppers in this bed. Down here we'll put a bunch of jalapenos, some more tomatoes, and then maybe tomatoes, jalapenos right in that little corner. Over here you can tell we have more tomatoes. We did 4 to a bed. So our beds are 6 feet long. Random basil plant. I tried to intermix some herbs, and I'm going to continue to do that as the garden continues to evolve. Little tiny Roma tomato. These are all Romas along here. Some radishes that we interplanted just to see what would happen. Irrigation system that we're still working on getting in. Eggplant here. Some mini red bell peppers. This is an empty bed. Those are weeds. Then way down here we have some pimentos. We have more tomatoes on this side all the way down. And then right on the end I planted a calendula. In here, I believe this is a little volunteer tomato coming up. I'm going to just give it a little bit more time, see what happens there. We've got tomatillas over here. You can see I planted 4 of them. This one's a little small. I'm sure it'll catch up. See what happens. Got some more eggplant here. This eggplant is already being taken over by these little black bugs, and I believe they are called flea beetles. Do you guys have any experience with them? Have any ideas how we can get rid of them? Last year they just decimated our eggplant, and these plants have only been in for a couple of days and they're already doing some serious work on them. I'm going to come out and spray them with some neem oil tonight. Hopefully that helps. But you can tell, like, they're everywhere already. So we've got some work to do to stay on top of these little guys. These are millionaire eggplant, in case you're wondering. Really pretty purplish leaves there. Again, more tomatoes. And then we've got some naughty eggplants. Again, they're all being eaten by flea beetles already. Over here, all of these beds are full of weeds. These beds we are going to start our seeds in for things like squashes, pumpkins, cucumbers. What else do we have going in here? All of our kind of summery stuff that we start from seed. Strawberries are looking good down here, lots of blooms. We have some serious strawberries forming on this little plant. So excited about that. So that's the main garden. We are really excited for all these tomatoes and peppers to be in the ground, and we look forward to sharing more with you. Raspberry patch, doing well. No raspberries yet, but we have seen a few flowers. Here's a quick shot of our asparagus. It's doing so well. It's tall. It's got all these little flowers on it. All of them look like this. It's hard to tell with all the weeds in the background. We're going to be working on those. Trying to figure out a better solution for mulching back there. But sad news of the day. We think a deer snapped off one of our spears. So we're also going to try to figure out how to kind of keep the deer out of this little tiny patch off to the side. Here's a quick look at the greenhouse. all of the plants down here, all of the tomatoes, the tomatillo back there, some of the random peppers and tomatoes in here, we are going to be giving away to friends and family to start their gardens with, since we're pretty much out of room at this point for big plants. And then all of these herbs and flowers along here, you can see the nasturtiums there, more purple basil. There's a couple different types of basil up there, more thyme. These two little flats are growing some borage. Started the seeds a little bit late, but we're gonna see what happens. And then over here we've got some more basil, cinnamon and holy basil, and some calendulas. Those are all going to go into the ground, intermixed with the tomatoes and peppers and some in the herb spaces. So all those will get used. But again, all these tomatoes, if you're local to us and you're interested in some tomatoes, I'll be posting very soon what we have left, inventory, and basically it'll be first come, first serve. Come and get them. So our spring garden is slowly transitioning into a summer garden, and we've been planting more and more plants. So more thyme here. If we come over here, I've been planting some basil. This is an orange thyme, purple sage, variegated oregano. Back here I planted some chamomile that we purchased. There's sunflowers lining the back there. Right in here, an echinacea plant. I planted two of those little ones in there that we started from seed. And in addition to everything kind of coming alive, you can see this pineapple sage has the prettiest red flowers. I had no idea it was going to be this pretty when it flowered. It's really cool. We're going to cut that back though so it continues to grow. Another sign that this is turning into our summer garden, so we showcase all of our bok choy and our lettuces that we've been harvesting from just about daily, is this little bok choy right here. Has the smallest of seed pods. Usually these spring crops start to bolt or go to seed when it gets too hot for them, and so it's time to kind of harvest what we have, eat what we have, and then I might let that one go to seed just as an experiment, but it's definitely time to eat these guys and then replant with some more herbs in the same space. So most of our garden's doing excellent, except for this tray of seedlings that I fried today in the greenhouse. I didn't realize how warm it was getting. These were on one of the top shelves. They were pretty dry. So our dill, I think, is salvageable. The cilantro, pretty sure it's not. So we might be having to buy that at the store. I might try and reseed it. The rest of these plants are looking better now that they've had some water. Really poor germination rate for some of them. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. But yeah, not everything's a success around here. So before I log off for the day, I wanted to say thank you guys for watching. Thanks for coming along on our journey with us, and give you some updates as to what's to come. So we've been working on a video about planting tomatoes, so that's going to come out next week. And then I'm working with another fellow YouTuber on a really fun and exciting collaboration. That video will also come out next week. And from there, we're going to start highlighting more gardening tips, more cooking tips, what we do with all the food that we harvest, how we process it, how we dry it, how we store it for winter, so that you guys can see not just what we're growing, but what we're doing with it growing. So make sure to subscribe to our channel so that you can be alerted when our new videos come out. Thanks for watching. See you soon.